Hi, let's discuss standard notations of common functions. I refer Coleman book for making these lecture slides. You can refer for more details. These functions are required for analysis the algorithm. So before analyzing a algorithm, let's first discuss the functions. First function, monotonicity. What is monotonicity? A function fn is monotonically increasing if m less than equals to n implies fm less than equals to fn, and a function fn is monotonically decreasing if m less than equals to n implies fm greater than equals to fn. Just mark in both the cases m is less than equals to n, it will be monotonically increasing if fm less than equals to fn, and it will be monotonically decreasing if fm greater than equals to fn. Next is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. A function fn is strictly increasing if m less than n implies fm less than fn, and strictly decreasing if m less than n implies fm greater than fn. 2 is less than 4. If f of 2 is less than f of 4, it is strictly increasing. If f of 2 greater than f of 4, it is strictly decreasing. In both the cases, 2 is less than 4. But if f of 2 less than f of 4, it is strictly increasing, while f of 2 greater than f of 4, it is strictly decreasing. Next, floors and ceilings. For any real number x, we denote the greatest integer less than or equals to x by this symbol, read as floor of x, and the least integer greater than or equals to x by this symbol, read as ceilings of x. Let us find root of 6. We know root of 4 is 2 while root of 9 is 3. So root of 6 will be 2 point something. If we'll find floor of this, it will be 2. If we'll find ceiling of root of 6, it will be 3. So floor is the greatest integer less than or equals to x, while ceiling is the least integer greater than or equals to x. Next, modular arithmetic. For any integer a and any positive integer n, the value of a mod n is the remainder of the quotient a equals to n. We can write 12 mod 5 equals to 2. So mod is nothing, it is just the remainder. Next, polynomials. Given a non-negative integer d, a polynomial in n of degree d is a function Pn of the form Pn equals to, then I equals to 0 to d, sum of a I n power I. Let 5 n square plus 3 n plus 6, this is a polynomial. Here this 5, 3, 6 are the coefficient. We can say the constant a0, a1 up to ad are the coefficients of polynomial, and ad should not be 0. And a function fn is polynomial bounded if fn equals to order of n power k for some constant k. So this polynomial we can say order of n square. I will discuss details about asymptotic notation. For now, you just understand this is less than equals to. So fn we can say less than equals to n power k. So n power x, any function in this format we will say as polynomial. Next is exponential. For all n and a greater than equals to 1, the function a power n is monotonically increasing in n. 2 power n, 3 power n, then suppose 7 power n. These are the exponential. N power 2 is the polynomial, while 2 power n is the exponential. For all real a greater than 0, m and n, we have the following identities. So a power 0 equals to 1. Any number power 0 will be 1. 2 power 0 will be 1. Suppose 100 power 0, that will be 1. Any number power 0, that will be 1. Next, a power 1 equals to a. A power minus 1 equals to 1 by a. Suppose 2 power minus 1, it will be 1 by 2. A power m then bracket whole power n, that you can write as a power m multiplication n, then a power m whole bracket power n, you can swap this mn, you can write a power n whole bracket power m. Next, a power m multiplication a power n, then you can add this mn, you can write a power m plus n. If multiplication, you can add the power. If division, you can subtract the power. A power m divide a power n, you can write as a power m minus n. These are some basic operations that we do on the exponential. Next, discuss logarithm. We shall use following notations for logarithm. First, LGN, that is equals to log n base 2, that is called as binary logarithm. Then LNN, that is equals to log n base e, natural logarithm. Then log power k n, that we can write as log n whole power k. It is the exponentiation. Next, log n, that you can write by bracket log of, then bracket log n. It is the composition. For all real a greater than 0, b greater than 0, c greater than 0 and n greater than 0, logarithm base is not 1. Then a equals to b power log a base b. Let a equals to 8, b equals to 2. Then b power means 2 power log a is what? 8, 8 base 2. So log 8 base 2, that will be 3. 2 power 3, that is equals to 8. So can say a equals to b power log a base b. Next, log a b base c, that we can write as log a base c addition log b base c. Next, log a power n base b. You can take this n left side, that is equals to n log a base b. Next, log a base b, that you can write as log a base c divide log b base c. You can take another base and you can write by division. You can take another base and you can write by division. Next, log 1 divide a base b, that is equals to minus log a base b. Next, log a base b, that is equals to 1 divide log b base a. You can swap this b and a. If you are swapping, then it will be 1 division log b base a. Next, a power log c base b. You can swap these two. So c power log a base b. So these are some basic functions of logarithm that we use to simplify the logarithm. Next is factorials. The notation n, this symbol, it is read as n factorial, and it is defined by this recursive function that n factorial equals to 1 if n equals to 0, and n factorial is equals to n multiplication n minus 1 factorial if n greater than 0. So we can say n factorials equals to 1 multiplication 2 multiplication 3 up to n. A weak upper bound of n factorial less than equals to n power n. As you can write, n factorial equals to 1 multiplication 2 multiplication 3 up to multiplication n, and this 1 is less than equals to n, this 2 can be less than equals to n, this 3 can be less than equals to n, this n can be less than equals to n. So can say n factorial is less than equals to n power n. Even you can write order of n power n. I will discuss order later. A weak upper bound of n factorial less than equals to n power n, since each of the n term in the factorial product is at most n. Next is Fibonacci number. We define the Fibonacci number by following recurrence. F of 0 equals to 0, f of 1 will be 1, and f of I will be f of I minus 1 plus f of I minus 2 for I greater than equal to 2. So each Fibonacci number is sum of two previous one. So f of 0 will be 0 while f of 1 will be 1. Next, f of 2 will be sum of these two, it will be 1. F of 3 will sum of f of 2 and f of 1, it will be 2. Then f of 4 will be sum of these two, it will be 3. Then f of 5 will be sum of these two, it will be 5. F of 6 will be sum of these two, it will be 8, like this. So this sequence is a Fibonacci number. In today's lecture, I discussed some useful function. In next lecture, I will discuss order of growth of this function. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thank you.